Hello, RoahmMythril here once again. Yeah, it's been a while, so this is just kind of an updates and announcements video to let people know what's going on, where I've been, all that kind of stuff. To at least get some gaming stuff up on the channel, I'm going to be playing some Cookie Run Oven Break in the background because I kinda need to do a breakout run. So, let's get right to it. I have been discussing this more over on my Twitter account, which sometimes, admittedly, I forget to keep the main channel updated on this stuff too. It's just easier to update over on Twitter. And in fact, that's even why I got a Twitter account originally, was because there was a feature way back in the day on YouTube where you could just make quick announcements about your channel, and they decided no one was using that, so they were going to get rid of that. YouTube in their infinite wisdom. I believe that actually has come back. It's the community page on your main channel page. I just keep forgetting that's actually there these days, so that's on me. It's just overall easier to update my Twitter, and I keep that fairly regularly updated as to what's going on in real life. And that's been the main thing, really, is real life has been a bit of a doozy lately. Summer, for starters, is just always kind of hard for me, ever since a couple of years ago. Those that have been following me for at least a couple of years know that back in 2019, the summer period was when my mum unfortunately took ill and eventually passed away. It started with just the most horrible of timing, that she got a blood clot on Mother's Day, of all things. And in examining her for that, they found spots on her liver and one lung, said this might be cancer, but we're not sure. And just over the course of the next couple of months, her health just kept getting worse until, unfortunately, she passed away. And so the summer months now just always kind of have that as part of them in my mind, is I can't disconnect what happened back then from this particular period of time, so summer's just always hard for me. And it wasn't even just that, as horrible as that already was, it was just all the aftermath from it, of the utter gong show that was getting the life insurance money taken care of. Just anything that could go wrong with that did, basically. It was definitely a thing. So, yes, I do not look back on that time fondly, and summer always reminds me of that. Of course, summer is also storm season, so a good bit of paranoia as to, okay, what's going on in the tropics this year. Thankfully, this year wasn't as bad on that level as it was back in 2020. That was just horrible. We had a lot of close calls that year. This one, I think we only had one storm that got kind of close to us, and that was Nicholas. It passed to our west and then north, and that was more of just a rain event, and we had been in kind of a drought condition before that, so whatever rain did fall, it got soaked up pretty quickly. So we didn't get hit nearly as badly by that as we could have been, so thank gods for that. Storm season just always freaks me out. We've been through 2 direct hits here. Back before I had the YouTube channel, we got hit with Hurricane Rita and Hurricane Ike, and those were both really bad ones. So storm season always just frightens me and is a stressful time. It's high on the list of reasons why I wish I could move. I know no matter where you move, you pick your poison, you're going to be dealing with some sort of natural disaster. That's just how it is. Go too far north, you're going to be dealing with blizzards. Live in the middle of the country, you're going to be dealing with tornadoes. Go on the west coast, you've got earthquakes, landslides, wildfires, so it's going to be something anywhere. But I could do without hurricanes for a while. Those have definitely been a thing. So a lot of it has just been a lot of real-life burnout, stress and depression mainly. I've been suffering both of those at the same time, depression and anxiety. 0 out of 10, would not recommend. Definitely not a good time. There's also been a lot of medical and health stuff going on that's been adding to the stress. Our local clinic, it has a habit of getting overbooked. They've had that problem for a while. The plague times has only made it worse. At the current point in time, that involves the fact that good luck getting them on the phone. Normally when you call the clinic these days, you get put on hold for about anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes and then get kicked to voicemail. So that's been an issue. It also means that anytime I need my meds refilled, the pharmacy can't get a hold of them. So I kept having to act as a go-between, go up to my clinic, ask them for something that I could have as a printout to take over to the pharmacy, so that I could get my prescriptions taken care of. I think I had to do that like 3 or 4 different times. During one of those trips, my uncle, he had to go up for his yearly checkup. Like me, he suffers from type 2 diabetes, so he has to do his yearly lab work, get some blood drawn so that they can make sure that his numbers are where they need to be. So he tried to make an appointment. Couldn't get a hold of him on the phone. So he tries to make the appointment through their website. Clicks the little button that says make an appointment. The button grays out and doesn't do anything. Nice. So he has to go up there as a walk-in. Thankfully, they were at least able to see him that day. But it meant that he was waiting to get called back there for about an hour and a half, and then when he finally did get called back there, he was waiting in the exam room for another hour and a half. But finally, the appointment was taken care of, I got the printout that I needed, and they give him the usual spiel about if there's anything abnormal on your results that we need to discuss with you, we'll call you, and that's the only reason we'll call you is if there's something we need to discuss. Clip to Friday, the day before they leave for the weekend and that they close early, and they call him right before they close. Yeah, we need to discuss your results with you. Toodles. So he's kind of stressing out over that for the weekend, and I was trying to be there for him to kind of get his mind off it as much as I could. Get to Monday, and he gets to go up there, and it's just, yeah, your numbers are a bit high, that's all it is, we're a little concerned, nothing, no imminent organ failure or anything like that. So it was a lot of stress over nothing kind of thing. Basically, they just wanted to put him on the same medicine, the same weekly injection that I've been on for a while now, to help manage his blood sugar levels. It's done good things for me, so hopefully it does good things for him too. A little after that, I had to go in for my yearly checkup, and it was the same sort of thing, that they gave me the thing about, yeah, we'll call you if we need to discuss anything. And so they call me. I already knew that my results were going to be bad. I was stress eating a lot due to the depression. It happens. Just how it is. But that was an interesting experience itself. Because when they called me, they said that I could just discuss it with my doctor over the phone. That alone should have been enough to tip me off that it wasn't anything really bad, because I would think if it was, they wouldn't just let me discuss that over the phone. They would have actually wanted me to come in. But they were okay with things as they were. And so we set the phone appointment for 1:15. Now, in the midst of all this, I did actually get signed up for what they call their health portal site. It's this little site that it's a place you can keep track of your meds, your lab results, your upcoming appointments, all that sort of stuff. It's actually a pretty handy site. And so my appointment was scheduled on there for the next day, 1:15 in the afternoon. Everything's fine. So I set my alarm for the next day to get me up in time, and I have my phone and the charger ready to pick up for when they call. 1:15 comes and goes, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not too unusual. It's par for the course. Even if you go in and have an appointment, you're going to be waiting for a while, the way they overbook sometimes and everything. So I wasn't too concerned. 2:15 comes and goes. Still within the margin of believability, okay. 3:15 comes and goes. Still no call. At this point, I'm starting to worry a little bit, and so I'm messing around on my computer to take my mind off things. I get an email about the health portal site. Hey, you have new lab results. Okay. Okay, sorry to interrupt the story there, but weird game mechanics thing that just happened there. You're supposed to go in through the top of that roof that has the very obvious arrow over it to go to the side map, and I just somehow went there without going there, and I think I see why. The camera treasure went off. When that happens, it automatically gives you any jellies that are on screen at the time by taking a picture of them. I think it somehow took a picture of the trigger for the side map and automatically gave that to me. That's a weird oversight. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I'll go check that out. So I go there to look at it, and I notice the little tag for my appointment says 11:15. Now, I'm not crazy, right? 1:15 and 11:15 don't sound anything like each other, right? And I know what I heard on the phone. So, out of desperation, I try calling the clinic, and miracle of miracles, I actually do get a hold of somebody. And I tell her what's going on. And she says, oh, well, your doctor hasn't called yet. You haven't missed her. Okay, so even if it was 1:15 rather than 11:15, the call's really late. So, finally, I get the call at 4:45, 15 minutes before they leave for the day. And it is just, yeah, your numbers are high, that's all it is, just keep an eye on that. So, again, stressing over nothing. Just how it goes. But I get all this taken care of. And so I'm finally in that period of thinking, okay, maybe things are finally going to calm down now. All the medical stress is over with for a while. Don't have to worry about that for now. Everything's good. Everything's peaceful. Hey, how would you like a 9th jury summons? Yep, I got called for jury duty for the 9th time. Again, the joys of living in a small area. You get called for this way too often. So my court date for that is coming up November 1st. Definitely not looking forward to that. Also in the middle of this, I was trying to be there for my friend because, boy, there was some just ridiculously bad timing going on over there. His parents decided that they wanted to get puppies from their pet dog. No problem. At most, that's just the stress situation of, okay, we have new puppies we need to look after and make sure that the house is as puppy-proofed as possible. How's the mom dog going to take to the puppies and everything? The full end game there was that they were going to keep one of the puppies and the others they were going to give out to family and friends, find good homes for them and everything. No big deal. Except that they got to the point of no return in this whole process. And then my friend's grandparents on both sides of the family took ill. It was just amazingly horrible timing. Just, you couldn't plan for that. And so it became this big ball of stress of juggling things of, okay, who's going to stay with this set of grandparents, who's going to go stay with this set of grandparents, and who's going to look after the dog. They finally got this sorted out as best they could. And the puppies arrived, and everything went well with that. It was a litter of 10 puppies. 9 of them they gave away, found great homes for them and everything. They're still in touch with the people who they gave the puppies away to, get updates on them, pup-dates if you will. And everything seems to be going good, and they kept one of them. And the one they kept, by the way, is aggressively cute. I've seen pictures. Quite the adorable little fluff ball, a golden doodle, I believe the breed is. Just absolute adorability. However, there was a problem that came up. During all the family juggling and everything, they took the puppy over to visit with one of the sets of grandparents. And unfortunately, there was an accident over there. I don't know all the details, just that the puppy got hurt and it involved a rocking chair. And so, you know, they were rightfully stressing out over that. They took the puppy to an emergency vet, and even after the first day, they were saying, oh, he's going to make a full recovery, he's going to be fine. There's a little swelling that it's going to take a bit to go down, and you might need to help him with eating during that, give him softer foods, that sort of thing. But overall, the puppy was fine. They double-checked this when they got home. They took him to their local vet, and they backed up what the first vet said, that everything was going to be fine. And apparently they fell in love with the puppy there due to said aggressive cuteness. But, you know, it's just all that stress of going through all that. Brand new puppy and already something going wrong, so I was trying to be there for my friend, take his mind off everything as much as I could. So, it's been a big old ball of stress all around. That combined with the depression, I actually did talk to my doctor about that while I was there for the diabetes stuff. I told her about how I had been feeling lately. she broached the topic of possibly putting me on, I believe she called it a serotonin inhibitor. In layman terms, the way she described it to me is it helps kind of deal with the production of brain chemicals, that if you're making too much of something, it helps kind of back that off a bit, and if you're making too little, it helps step up production. I talked about this with family and friends as well, and they seemed kind of cautious about it, citing either side effects that they've heard in commercials for these things, or personal experience with loved ones, things like that. And I totally get that, but I also get that they help a lot of people. So I finally was able to get the name of the med that she was trying to recommend for me, and I'm going to be doing more research on that to find out if it's something that I feel like could truly help me or not. I'm not actually committed to taking anything just yet, but I'm also not completely shut off to the idea. Because if it is something that could help me, that's probably a good thing. So, you know, we'll see where things go with that. But overall, that is where things have been. I'm trying to kind of get back in the swing of things now as far as recording. Trying to get back into it, that's why I'm doing this video, for example. Just kind of getting used to doing commentary over game footage while I'm playing and everything. Because it can be tricky to get back into the swing of things. But, like, doing this right now is feeling pretty good. And hopefully it's at least something entertaining to watch. I know it's been a while. And in that, I do want to express my most sincere thanks to all my viewers and fans. I've been getting a lot of support for taking some time off over on Twitter, and I deeply appreciate that. That kind of support, it means so much to me. Everybody who's given me sympathy, advice, just listens to me over there. That's helped out so much. People who've continued to support me over on Patreon, that means a lot. I'm eternally grateful to everyone for that. For any kind of support. It truly means a lot to me. People who remember that there is a human being on the other side of the internet that puts in work doing this stuff, and it is a one Durgan operation. So, yeah. We'll take one more cookie through this. I think we're kind of winding down. I've said basically everything I really need to. Battle Network 5 is not cancelled. I do hope to get back to work on that, but I am still kind of in a getting back into the swing of things process here. So I'm probably going to be doing a few more little one-off videos like this, just stream of consciousness while recording something. Getting used to doing commentary again, and just maintaining commentary, things like that. So hopefully that'll at least be entertaining to watch. I've been getting a lot of suggestions of things that I could record for these kinds of videos. So I do have a few things I could go to. And if you have any suggestions yourself, feel free to say in the comments on the video. I'll definitely be looking at that. Never sure if I should take the cannons in these areas. I mean, it feels like you'd be skipping a lot of scoring opportunities of getting all these jellies if you just skip the area. But maybe getting to the later areas faster is worth more. Never actually tried it. I just do things the slow and methodical way here. Another thing, though, that recently I recorded, and will probably be going up on the channel pretty soon here, is I recorded a few Worms matches with some friends. So, those will be going up on the channel pretty soon. Hopefully those will be enjoyable. Another of those things that it is pretty hefty as far as file sizes, though. Honestly, I wonder how big this one's gonna be. But yeah, I recorded 4 Worms matches with friends, and in total that was about 8 gigs. Which also, the footage for Battle Network 5 has been large enough that I actually did have to do some cleanup on that. Raw footage sizes can be scary, yo. Thank gods for external hard drives. Just enough energy to go through here and get a few more jellies. And last blast. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I needed to say, so hopefully this was entertaining to watch. Like I said, there'll probably be some more videos like this, maybe not necessarily Cookie Run, unless people want to see more of this. It is a game I enjoy playing. Fun little thing, charming style. But yeah, I've said pretty much everything I need to. Hopefully I can get back to work on stuff soon. I am feeling a lot better than I have been lately, so that's definitely an improvement. So thank you for sticking with me and giving me your continued support. It truly means a lot to me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.